Hi, you guys. Welcome back. So, today we're going to be talking about, is it possible to rekindle trust in a relationship, right? Some of y'all out there are probably saying yes, some of y'all are probably saying no, or majority of people are probably saying it depends on the situation, like what exactly happened, right? So, let's go into yes. But no, even before we do that, first, we have to figure out what kind of relationship this is. You know what I'm saying? Because even though people be saying, like, I don't even understand why he or she is tripping, it really was a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing more to it. We was just doing what we was doing and calling it a day. But, but you could have a one night stand and you could really be that person's person for like months, like years, and it's just like always know that is you. You know this ain't official or whatever, but it's always you. That don't make no sense. Well, I can't really say that because some people are probably okay with that, but I would never be. Never. But in the same stance, if you understand that this one night stand that you had for years and years and you are he or she's go to person, that's all it is. Like it would never go further than that until y'all decide to sit here and have a conversation and be like, yo, it's been years. Let's do something. Or who knows, maybe someone in that situation came across someone that's trying to give them all that they want. You can't be mad when they be like, hey, I no longer want to do this anymore because I came across someone that really wants to build a life with me. Like someone that just wants me, no one on the side, none of that. And you're entitled to that. If that other person feels some type of way at this point, that's on them. They lost you because they could have took it a step further, but they got comfortable in the situation for what it is. So, well, and let's go to another scenario, right? Say you're in a relationship with someone for years and all that. No, 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 that comes last. Say you're in a new relationship, like y'all got a couple months in, and the trust has been broken. Somebody cheated on somebody else, or maybe y'all both cheated on each other and y'all just not trying to be honest. And that one person decides to sit here and be like, and think about it. Don't always think that it is the woman, because sometimes men could really say, look, at the end of the day, if we're trying to be in a relationship with each other, I would rather be honest with you, just to the point. I don't want somebody to tell you something that it didn't come from me directly. You know what I'm saying? But women do that too. So there's no specific gender role on being upfront and honest, even though society makes us feel like it's always the woman. That's not necessarily true. It could be either gender. Okay. So with that being said, one person sat here and was honest with it, but the other one still got what they got going on and not trying to say anything. And it could be for multiple reasons. It could be like you don't want your person to look at you some type of way. If you take the time out to sit here and be honest that you was out doing something that you had no business to be doing, knowing that y'all came together and was in a relationship. Or it could be like, I'm just not saying nothing because I'm not. I'ma just take it to my grave. Don't do that. Don't do it, because being honest with your person before they find out, I get it. It could hurt that other person's feelings, but you don't want that person to start digging and find out on their own, because now they could potentially look at you some type of way and be like, I really was honest with you, and you looked me right in my face and didn't even say anything to me. I had to find out from so and so, or I know so and you really had me talking to these people, knowing that you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? That could really mess something up when all you got to do is just sit here and be honest. Like, yo, at one point we weren't together, so I was out here doing what I was doing. Or, look, remember when you decided to take a break and we needed space or whatever, when you were honest with your truth, here is mine as well. And I feel like that is where the whole you trying to play me comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't sit here and try to be one type of way to the other person when you know good and well that you ain't even say what you should have said, or you didn't even change to the point that you would even have the right to get down and making statements like you do, or talking to people like the way you do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we really have to be careful when we say stuff to people and like how we look at people, because even though someone's situation can look worse than yours, don't ever sit here and glorify what you got going on and make other people feel like, see, you need to be like me. If you would have did so and so, this could have been you. Don't do that, because the way God works, if you get so high up in them clouds and everything, thinking that you're untouchable, God will humble you yourself, okay? You think you got everything planned out, and all of everything that you have going on. If you stay big headed like that and not humbling yourself, not trying to sit here and talk to people a certain type of way, or even when people don't make it to the point that you made it at, you can't sit here and down someone else's lifestyle, because I'm telling you, God will humble you in 2.5, and then you're going to feel like you did something wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. You just got a big head and you lost it all. God is not going to give you what you've been praying for, what you've been working for, if you're not at a place in your life where you can remain humble and receive it, and not trying to big yourself up to other people. You know what I'm saying? So now let's take on a relationship, right? And y'all been at it for years and years and years and years, right? He saw your flaws, you saw his flaws and everything, and cheating was probably in the midst of it, or lying from time to time, not fully honest. Cool. Y'all come to the understanding like, all right, look, okay? Look, we've been at this for a good little minute, and we've been through some hard times in our life and our relationship. But if this is something that we're trying to do, of course, both people are going to feel some type of way when you find out that your person cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me, I'm going to say this. No, 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 no. It's no gender role. Because men always want to sit here and be like, nah, I don't care. She did what she did. That's it. No, stop lying. You know you feel some type of way. And women do the same thing. No, it's cool. I knew he was going to do it anyway. Girl, shut up. You feel some type of way, and it's okay. And that's the problem. No one wants to sit here and talk about it. No one wants to be seen as weak, or they're not fulfilling their duty. You got to understand, we're all trying every day. You can't sit here and think anyone out here is perfect, Because if you think that and they show you that, they are a liar, okay? Because no one out here is perfect. Absolutely no one. And myself included. I be trying to better myself every single day. And if you come across someone that does not know how to take accountability or be able to sit here and own up to the things that they have done and put in the same stance, like, look, at one point in my life I wasn't where I should have been, but I'm here now. I'm just telling you that I will do better, you know? But that's tricky as well, because if you've been in something for a good little minute and say that other person has been genuine, like no cheating, no lying, no nothing. They've been 100 the whole relationship, like nothing was messed up on their part. And you sit here and you let them know, I'm going to do better. I just was not where I should have been at the time when we got together. You can't be mad if that person is like, look, I've been nothing but honest and genuine with you. And even though you are where you should have been from start, I can't do this. I can't. You can't be mad at that, because you can't force someone to see you for who you are when it's been so many years that they've seen you as another version of yourself. And I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad by you changing and not being able to be at the point where you are now years ago. Don't even feel bad on yourself about that, because think about it. If you were meant to be the person you are now back then, you would have been that. No, maybe you still had to fail in certain areas of life in order to grow you. You know what I'm saying? Because we water ourselves, and we could sit here and deal with failures and everything. And y'all know, I always tell you this. When you fail, I look at as a growing tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it this way, or I tried it like that, or I used to be like that, and look at my results. Nothing ever came out the way that it should have been. Let me do something different. Let me sit here and take the blame for once. That's another thing. Nobody want to take the blame. And you want to blame the other person. Life does not work like that. Because cool, you don't feel like you did anything wrong and you want to sit here and blame the other person. But you're the only one mad. That other person is just like, cool, it is what it is. I told you what it was. You still want to be mad? That's cool. All you want to do is sit here and put it on me. You do not take accountability. And then you're mad that other person, like, it is what it is. And you can't be mad if they leave too. Because who want to sit here and deal with that nonsense like every single day? You can't be surrounded around people that do not know how to move forward from your past. Because how dare you sit here and hold my past against me when I don't even bring up yours, or I've accepted your past and I still want to be with you. That's not right. You can't say you forgive someone and do stuff like that. It don't work out like that, because you will be seen as a liar. And no one wants to be seen as that. I guess what they say, it really is true. You have to sit here and treat people how you want to be treated. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to that as well, because you could be like, oh no, she or he would never do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Times was rough at this time, so that's the only reason why this happened. But if it's a constant behavior and it never changes, who's to say? Maybe that person will be like, you know what? It is what it is. And just like I said earlier, Be careful what you do to other people, because when they throw that back at you, you want to act like you dying now, like your heart hurts. No. Take what you gave them and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like, in the same sense, who really wants to be in a relationship with someone where you have to do the tit for tat? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you didn't do this, or I was looking for you, or we had plans and you weren't here, so it's cool. Whenever you plan something, I'm gonna make sure I'm unavailable. That's ridiculous. If you're getting down to the level that that person is, clearly y'all need to be single, because you wasting time and energy doing the whole tit for tat. It's crazy. If you have to do that, just live life by yourself until the right person comes along, because you cannot change anyone. I don't care. A few of y'all might be mad, but it's like, I feel like certain people feel like, if I have a kid, this could really better my relationship. What I heard, of course, y'all know I don't speak about something that has absolutely nothing to do with me. I heard from mothers and fathers that when you bring a child into this world, that's like a whole nother ball of stress. Not so much for the child, but like for the sake of the relationship. Because I heard, you two still have to be a unit while raising another human being. And in the midst of doing that, you have to make sure you and your person are on target with everything. Just in case something happens and mom says this and dad says that. If y'all were together, it would have never been a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, back to the question. Can trust be rekindled in a relationship? Me personally, I would say it depends on the person and the situation. If the communication is A1 and you trust this person fully, I would say definitely. If you could really sit here and look and be like, no matter what, this is my person. But it could be a person, but like I always say, don't let nobody sit here and play you. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to that person, it's just like, I know when it comes to me, him or she, they would never put me in a situation that would make me look crazy, or they would always make sure I'm okay. Sometimes you would have to think about the other person above yourself in order to make it work. I know you're probably gonna be like, what? But yeah, that's true. When you're trying to build something, you can't always think about your feelings, because if you are, you might as well stay single. You can't do things that used to be done when you were just thinking about yourself. You have a whole nother partner here. The partnership has to be A1. You can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, what you think about it? And him or she, they're like, nah, I ain't messing with it. You telling me you're gonna do it your way anyway? If you do, it's gonna be a whole bunch of arguments. You know what I'm saying? You have to. Communication is so key. It is so key. But just like I said, it depends on the situation. It depends on the individuals. Like I said, you got to make sure, if you're trying to rekindle anything with anyone, you have to make sure that they would never hold your past against you. Every time you get into an argument, they want to bring up your past. That's crazy. That's like a waste of time, because if that's the case, you could bring up their past, and where would things go? It would never go anywhere. Y'all will be stagnant. This relationship ain't going nowhere, because y'all can't get over what happened years ago or months ago or whatever. How do you expect to grow when you're still holding on to something? You know what I'm saying? So, yes, y'all. I hope this really helps someone out there. And as always, I will speak to you guys next Sunday.